You are staring at a glowing screen at 2 in the morning, asking a chatbot to fix a paragraph of text. And before you hit enter, you actually type out an apology for bothering it. You thank your smart speaker when it sets a timer. You try to politely negotiate with your GPS when it misses a turn. You might even feel a slight twinge of guilt when you aggressively close out of a cheerful pop-up window. Logically, you know exactly what is happening. That software is just a block of code sitting on a server farm thousands of miles away. It does not have feelings, it cannot be offended. So why do we do this? Is this a performance we put on for our own amusement? Or is there a specific subconscious glitch in how our brains process interactive technology? These moments of digital politeness point to a massive, unavoidable behavioral reflex shared by all human beings. For hundreds of thousands of years, the human brain operated under a strict rule. Anything that uses language and responds to you dynamically is a living, social entity. As this diagram shows, our brains haven't had the evolutionary time to build a separate cognitive category for talking software. Both a human face and a computer prompt route straight into the exact same social processing center. When we interact with modern tech, our evolutionary programming often handles the introduction before our logical mind even enters the room. Communication scholars define this psychological phenomenon through an academic framework called media equation theory. The core thesis is that media equals real life. We subconsciously equate our interactions with screens to our interactions with actual flesh and blood people. Human society is held together by the social contract, the unwritten rules governing etiquette, reciprocity, and politeness. Because of the media equation, this contract demands reciprocity from us even when we are dealing with machines. If a device is helpful, we feel a biological obligation to offer gratitude. The inverse is also true. If a machine interrupts us or ignores a direct command, it triggers the exact same social offense we feel when a coworker cuts us off in a meeting. Technology does not need to possess humanity to trigger our humanity. It merely needs to exhibit basic social cues to engage our sense of social obligation. The engine driving this psychological illusion is anthropomorphism. This is the human tendency to project our own traits, emotions, and conscious intentions onto non-human entities. Modern software designers utilize this. They program conversational pauses, simulated breathing, or those blinking dots indicating a machine is typing to trigger social reflexes. These design choices lead to genuine social responses. We actively alter our own behavior to avoid hurting a machine's programmed feelings. Contrast that with how we treat non-social tools. You never apologize to a hammer if you swing it wrong, and you don't say thank you to a toaster when your bread pops up. By masking algorithmic code in human-like conversational wrappers, tech companies bypass our logical defenses and engage the biological systems we use to navigate society. You see this play out in high-stakes environments every day, particularly in the modern era of automated e-commerce customer service. When an automated chatbot is polite, apologetic, and conversational, the human user instinctively mirrors that cooperation and remains calm. But if that chatbot is repetitive, unhelpful, or blunt, the user experiences genuine emotional distress, anger, and frustration, perfectly mirroring human-to-human conflict. The fact that our brains use the same circuitry to process an unhelpful chatbot as they do a rude human suggests that our response to the media equation is practically a law of nature. As technology becomes increasingly advanced, conversational, and integrated into our lives, our interactions will only become more deeply entangled in these ancient social rules. Ultimately, our interactions with digital technologies act as a mirror. They are not revealing the intelligence of the machine. They are reflecting our inescapable human nature right back at us.